Hey, you guys, Stephanie Zima here with Walk It Free, founder of a mentorship program that helps you with exactly things like this. What should we do when we do not feel grateful? What should in life circumstances that are not ideal to what we want to create? Guys, I've been in that situation quite a bit. And I have also been in this situation, despite the fact that I work with social media, that I looked at all social media and thought, this is ridiculous. And I do not even want to participate in it, right? Scrolling was never a thing of mine. And part of it wasn't scrolling because I was kind of getting annoyed with the fakedness of everyone and saying how great they are and how amazing they are and their filters on their pictures and all that stuff that was out there. And it bothered me. It bothered me because there were things that were hurting me. Okay, it bothered me because I didn't feel like I was in a position to be grateful or thankful and I don't know if there was a difference or not, but I also didn't feel like I was in a position of giving the uplifting power to people enough. Like, I'm an empath, and when people have negative emotions, and are complaining about a lot of things, it would like suck that little bit of life energy out of me. And the only thing that I've had was like my sanity of not getting into other people's business, right? Yet at the same time, I was longing for connection. I was longing for people to talk to me and to be there with me and stuff. And I didn't seem to be able to find this. So when I got into the mentorship programs, for myself into personal development, right? That's when I started realizing that building my self strength, realizing that I do not have to forgive every single person. I have been wronged so many times in my life, not just by people that I don't know, but by people that I loved and people that were supposed to be taking care of me and people who were really supposed, like, even as a child, people who were supposed to be really having my best interest at heart. And that leaves wounds. Okay, and I know you can relate with me on that because I know that this is something that you've got going on for yourself as well. And this time of Thanksgiving is the time where we want to be the light for others, where we want to be, we want to be uplifting energy, we want to transform energy and be there for everyone, and we want to be thankful. But we also have to be real. We also have to be real with one another, and we have to be real with ourselves. And when we are still hurt, we are not able to shed the light on others and forgive them for what they may have done for us, right? Or to us. So, how do you go about this? How do you still transform that energy? And I feel it's very important to put my spin on it. My pastor had talked about it in church today. We've talked about how important it is to make 10 things to be grateful for every single day and to be giving thanks. And when you're sitting at the Thanksgiving dinner, how to to say thank you for the person who brings the dessert versus the green beans that they were supposed to, or vice versa. Or maybe you don't like green beans and you're like, oh, again, this person is bringing green beans and I don't really wanted it, and this brother-in-law is not nice, or this sister-in-law is not doing what, like, all these things that we've got going on, right? And he was saying that we still should muster up the courage to say thanks, because what we are doing, if we're not being grateful, we are basically being deceitful to God, right? Who gives us so much. And I agree wholeheartedly to that, but I want to add that human side to us, right? The human side that has trouble coming up with gratefulness when we are hurting inside, okay? And what I want to say is, when you are hurting and you have things that are not really great, you can still write gratefulness about it, right? You can still see the possibility, like, what is the struggle teaching you? That's basically what it is. When my mom passed, and before she passed, when I had to go there and I had to do all the things, And it was really inconvenient. It was inconvenient to my marriage. It was inconvenient to my children. It was inconvenient, for our finances. All these things were inconvenient. And it wasn't really appreciated. And when I say wasn't appreciated, it's because my mother obviously wasn't capable anymore of letting me know how grateful she is that I was there, right? And sometimes that happens, and I'm not wanting to exploit her privacy. However, I want to explain that to you because sometimes that's how it is. The other person that we are coming in contact with might not be able to reflect the impact that our kind actions has on them at that moment. Okay? So when you are being thankful for a struggle, when you are thankful for an interaction, any of that kind of things, and the other person is not necessarily reciprocating it, I want you to focus on your action. I want you to focus on you and not so much on them. Okay? What is this struggle teaching you? Like in my case, it taught me how to be more emotional capable and patient with people who are not able to. Me going there, I could have decided to get hurt about the fact that she didn't say, "Oh, thank you so much for doing all the things," or my father maybe being thankful for me putting all this inconveniences in me. And, they didn't really come out with any of these things. And it took a big chunk out of my life to get there and to do these things. And I could have decided to be angry about it. I could have decided to be hurt about it. Okay? Because after all, we are human, right? But what I decided instead is I decided to write gratitude to the struggle. I am grateful that I have an opportunity to bring my children to Europe. I am grateful that I was able to experience that last time with my mother. I am grateful that I showed my children how to handle family that are in crisis. I'm grateful that my children saw, right, even the struggle that my children ended up having to see, the struggle and the passing of my mother. Really, it was hard on them, guys. It was hard, but I showed them. I wrote gratitude about it. I wrote gratitude for the fact that they seen how to take compassionately care of somebody else. Okay. So, having said that, when you have a hard time now this Thanksgiving, this next week, or you're grieving, or you have other people that are mean to you, or you are in network marketing or in online business and you have haters, these people are hurting, okay? An emotional, sound human being is not going to be like that, behave like that. They're not going to be mean. And if they're mean, they are still going through a process of healing within themselves, okay? And when you write the gratitude for the struggle, that's where you are going to grow. That's where you grow personally and emotionally. And then that's how you forgive. That's how you can forgive people. When they are not quite there, you can come up with an empathy reaction with I'm grateful for you showing me where you're hurting. I am grateful for you showing me where I can be stepping in to be kinder. I am grateful for you showing and teaching me how to have more emotional control. You see how I'm spinning that gratitude? And if you are not able to do that just yet, right? And that's okay, because it's gonna take some healing on your part. You can start focusing on the things that you can be grateful for. I still have breath inside of me. I have a roof over my head. There are many homeless people right now, and it's very cold outside. We have food on our table. Again, I'm feeling the heavy weight of you guys watching me right now. I can feel that heavy weight through the lens, okay? And you can see me becoming emotional because there's a lot of pain out there these years. You might have financial struggles. You might sit there and say, I cannot be grateful this season. I want you to just think for a minute. What do you have you have something. You may have connection with your child. You may have connection with your husband. You may have connection with some good friend. You may have a roof over your head. You may have a toothbrush. Okay, some people don't have toothbrushes. You may have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Some people are not that lucky. You may just have safety in your home or in your country where other people are dealing with a war. Every single person of us has something. And when you humble yourself to trust that God is teaching you through these times that you are with right now, that you're in right now, and you're really focusing on what you have and what you can be grateful for, then you are going to be able to make it through. And you're going to be able to forgive those who have wronged you, because you are going to know that they are hurting, and they're hurting worse than you. You know, your haters online are hurting. That's why they're mean to you. Nobody who is sound will ever hurt you. Okay? They won't be mean in terms of putting you down. They may hurt you in acting a certain way, and we cannot control if it's going to hurt you in some way. That is on you. Okay? People have to start taking accountability for their own pain. Okay? But gratitude can really get you started. Gratitude can really help you to get through. And I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, do me a favor, share this out. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you are going to comment and like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I would love to start some conversations. If you want to write down what you're struggling with, if you're struggling with, maybe I can give you some perspective on how to flip the switch and the script there if you are just getting into gratitude, or if you need to send me a private message, because sometimes those are sensitive things. That is very, very much okay if you want to send me a private message as well. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Happy Sunday night, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving week. And let's make sure that with all this hustle and bustle that's going to come out, and everybody's going to throw their Black Friday deals on you, that you're still going to remember that you are loved, and that you are seen, and that you are appreciated, and that I am very, very grateful for internet and community and connection, and the fact that I get to talk to so many, 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 many people, much more people than I could reach in just one-to-one face. So